My dad was born in Shipley, March 30th, 1922. He was the son of Jimmy and Sarah Holmes. His mum was kind and considerate and would do anything for anybody. His dad apparently was a bit of a character, which might be where my dad got his sense of humour.
I've been to one of those naughty nightclubs in Falsgrave. And my dad said to me, Frankie, whatever you do, never go to a naughty nightclub, you'll see something you shouldn't see. Well, I went and I did. I saw my dad.
His dad was a miner and his mum ran a grocer's shop at 7 Moorbridge Lane. But from an early age, all my dad wanted to do was entertain. Here he is with Alva Bates in the backyard. Not sure how that would go down today. However, he soon progressed into performing magic in local shows in what would now be considered more conventional efforts. Music was a big part of his life. He had piano lessons at the age of 8 by local instructor Jack Corns, and he went on to play the organ in this church and the piano at St. Luke's on Moorbridge Lane. Unfortunately, we don't have any video of my dad playing in his prime, but he was an excellent pianist and could rattle off concertos and difficult novelty pieces at an alarming rate. We can't talk about my dad without talking about Ambrose. Ambrose is older than my dad. He got him for £3 10 shillings, and that was with the case. Ambrose became a mainstay of his professional life. He even took part in the war effort. But for all that time, they could never quite see eye to eye.
I've got news for you. I can't do this either. I've been watching this on the telly, you know. This is a trick, you see. Now, see, they don't speak. It's horrible. You see what? I mean, no, you see what they do? Look, there's a hole in the back. And all the little strings are on that pole, and you pull the strings to make them do what you want. Now, watch this. Put my leg up like this. Now, if I pull my other leg up, I fall down. Now, I'm going to pull a string now. Watch this. And it makes him smile. Look at this. Get it right. Get it right. Sorry about that. Please forgive me. Oh, this is it. Now, I see what I went wrong. I've got the wrong string, you see. Now, this is the one that makes him smile. I've got it now. This is it, look. And he don't know what he's doing. I do. Now, this is it. Now, wait a minute. I've got the one. Now, this is it. No! Oh, that's handy. No. What are you doing? Hey, come and have a look in here. I ain't got nobody. Shut up with you. It's times like this when you must think of a quick story, isn't it? Oh, he's heard this. And did you hear the story about the woman? She went to the doctor. She said, Doctor, I've been raped by a silly idiot. He said, how did you know it was a silly idiot? She said, I had to help him. You don't look a bit like Bunny J. This is the one that makes him smile. Watch this, look, watch.
In 1940, he met my mum. My brother and I have heard the story 1,000 times, how he was walking down Town Street in San Diego and asked his friend, who's that girl in the red coat? I bet when they met, the last thing my mother thought she would be doing was this.
Magic wand down here. Everything about a magician is mystic. This is mystic. The new kid is carpet as well. There we are, it's gone. You couldn't care less, could you? Now, it goes right up the sleeve, down the sleeve, and in between the... All we have to do now, you see, I'll put this little bag. Oh, what was that? Put your bag down there. Thank you very much for helping. Now, let go. I don't use this. Just a joke to get you up. I want you you to pretend you're a real magician's assistant. You know, these girls, they come on the stage and wear tights and, oh, I don't want to see your legs. I do, really, I do. I've always wanted to be a sex maniac, but I can't pass the medical. Who are you? Oh, you came up. Isn't it sad when you're like this, you know? Could you hold a little tray for me, please? No, thank you very much. Now, then the magician comes on and says, see, empty box, puts his hand inside, shows the box empty, puts it down and says the magic words, negative cropty bombit. That's about as much use as Mystic Meg. Put your hands inside the box and it brings out a little black mouse. Isn't he lovely? Can I just... Don't get too friendly. Could you pass me a mouse, please? We'll have this one first. This one's a little Georgie. There we are. This one's little Jessie. Oh, Ted. There we are. Sorry. Close down the lid. Don't go yet, please. Whatever you do. Now, what I would like you to do...
They were married August 11th, 1945, and 2 weeks later, Dad was stationed in India. He returned home in 1946, and after working in his mum and dad's shop, he turned professional entertainer. He made over 100 appearances on TV. After his first show in 1952, he was on Hugh and I, The Golden Shot, Crackerjack, Dad's Army, and he had a recurring role in Southern TV's Little Big Time, and performed in major shows around the country. In 1982, I got him his first gig on a cruise ship. He was booked for 1 week on the contingency. If it didn't work out, he would have to pay his own way back to England. He took them by storm. We worked together 8 months on the MS Tropicale. We had some fantastic times, and it was great to have him there working alongside me on that great ship. After that, he and my mum spent 9 years sailing around the Caribbean. He officially retired at the age of 83, but his last gig was on his 90th birthday. In his words, he said, "Kim's booked me a job to entertain some old folks." Well, my mum and I and his American grandson Ryan went with him, and the old folks that could gave him a standing ovation. He was an immensely talented, funny man who would do anything for anyone. Perhaps his greatest legacy will be the fact that he had an uncanny ability to make people laugh and feel good about themselves. As a father, he was simply the best. My brother and I were very fortunate. We all loved him. Our friends loved him. Our girlfriends even loved him. He was a fantastic role model who touched the hearts of everybody. He hasn't gone. He's simply not with us. But his spirit will live on forever. Our dad, our Frank, was one of a kind.